Happy Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us here on 90s Plus. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and today, well, beautiful day out there for most of us. I think it's going to be mostly dry for us here in the immediate Denver area. Once again, as you head just west and south of town, we'll have a better chance for showers and storms, but maybe a 20-ish% chance of a storm here in Denver. I know we ended up getting one yesterday. I said it was going to stay dry. We did get a little thunder shower here in downtown Denver. Great for the plants, not great for my ego, but hopefully we can get a little bit of redemption here as we head over the next couple of days. Let's take a look outside. Live look from Lookout Mountain as you look out towards Golden, and off in the distance you can kind of see some of the hogbacks, as well as on the very far right side of your screen, Lakewood and the west side of Denver and perhaps Arvada as well. A little bit of smog out there. We do have an air quality advisory that is in place until 4 o'clock today. And that is one part of our weather story for this afternoon. Isolated showers and storms, as I mentioned. I think we're looking at a 20% chance at a storm here in town. You head just west, especially as you head just west, and certainly on up into the mountains. Higher chance for a storm as you head up into the higher terrain. That could include a better chance for seeing some, that could lead to, I should say, a chance to some burns, for some burn scar flooding on up by, say, the East Troublesome burn scar, as well as the Cameron Peak burn scars. Both of those areas will have a higher chance of seeing a flash flood threat for today. Highs will be near 90. That's another part of the story. And there is a better chance at seeing showers and storms later on in the week. HD Doppler radar not showing a whole lot at this point. We do have some cloud cover in northwest Colorado, but not a whole lot, especially compared to yesterday. You might remember that this time yesterday, southern Colorado had quite a bit of coverage in terms of showers and storms. Today, much calmer, and I think generally speaking in the mountains, we're a fair bit calmer and drier for our day today compared to yesterday. But we do have some showers and storms around, and once again, that coverage will be mainly on up into the mountains. I-25 on east, mostly on the dry side. Into the mountains, though, we do have some showers and storms around, especially as you head west of the Continental Divide. Tomorrow, perhaps a slightly higher chance at a shower or storm in the mountains compared to today, but even then, I think we're mainly dry. That includes us here in Denver. Similar forecasts for tomorrow compared to today for most of the state. Close look in at the Front Range. This is for this afternoon for today. Again, you notice you get up into the foothills, western Jefferson County, Clear Creek County, western Boulder County, so the Peak-to-Peak Highway. Really kind of Lookout Mountain on west. That's where you have the best chance of seeing a shower storm. In Denver, I was just saying this to a couple of my colleagues here at 9 News, I think what could end up happening is come 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we'll see some of those big, scary-looking clouds where it looks like it's about to dump rain, and then we just get a few raindrops on the windshield. That kind of rain for today. That said, we do have southerly winds at the surface. Tells us we could perhaps get 1 or 2 pop-up showers or storms like what we had yesterday. So there's still a non-zero chance at a storm here in Denver, but I think most of us end up dry. Again, I'm hoping that's the case again for our day today compared to yesterday, where we did get that thunder shower here in downtown Denver. South metro area, some parts of Highlands Ranch seeing as much as 0.6 of an inch of rain from yesterday's storms. Current temperatures, 70s and 80s in eastern Colorado. We're about 5 degrees warmer, generally speaking, on the eastern plains compared to this time yesterday. In the mountains, we're about 10 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. So that is mostly in response to an upper level ridge that is building on in. What that means for you, well, temperatures for today, it'll be right around 90 degrees, maybe a tick shy of 94 this afternoon. 20% chance for a storm in Denver today. Again, slightly higher as you head west and south of town. And those temperatures, again, going to be right near 90 degrees. Statewide, a lot of mid to upper 80s on the eastern plains. In the mountains, 70s and 80s fairly widespread. In Grand Junction, the hot spot at 91. That's a bit of an indicator of what's to come as we get into our Wednesday and our Thursday here, as some slightly warmer air off to our west that will gradually budge east and give us some warmer temperatures. Should mention that the actual hotspot for today, based on our forecast, Julesburg at 92 in the northeastern corner of our beautiful state. So for today, if we do get up to 90 degrees, it would be our 53rd day at 90 or above so far this year. That is already above the 30-year average. And should note, if we get to 54 days, which looks likely that we'll get there this week, that would move into the top 10 for most 90-degree days in a single year on record for us here in Denver. Tomorrow, 89 for us here in Denver. I'd say it's a pretty decent chance that between either today or tomorrow we'll get to 90 here in Denver at least one of those days. Tomorrow, probably a slightly better chance at that 90-degree mark compared to today. Again, that is thanks to just a slight nudging of warmer air from our west. So highs for a day tomorrow, 90 in Brighton, 90 Platteville, 90 Longmont. So Denver, 88, 89, 90, right in there for us here in the Mile High City for a day tomorrow. And then as usual, you cool on off, you head up to Berthoud Pass at 11,380 feet, where yesterday they had a grapple and snow mix. Well, 59 degrees as you head up there. So if you're looking for some air conditioning courtesy of Mother Nature, there you go. Meantime, as we get later on into the week, showers and storms will become more widespread. Reason being, we got an area low pressure that's going to budge on in from our north and our west. That will bring us some, again, better shower and storm chances by the time we get into especially Friday, but by Thursday, that upper level trough will really bring us some increased moisture, especially in the mountains, but here along the Front Range, we'll see that as well. So come Friday, look at those temperatures. I wouldn't exactly call it a winter parka kind of day, but we do drop down into the mid-80s for us here in Denver. Showers and storms, again, fairly widespread here along the Front Range for our day on Friday. And then Saturday, Broncos preseason finale. It's going to be at 6 p.m. here on 9 News, so be sure to watch out for that. The Broncos preseason finale, well, temperatures do rise on up again, and it looks like it's going to be fairly dry. I think we're going to be okay for the game on your Saturday. As usual, that chance for a shower or storm, and maybe a slightly higher chance for showers and storms as we get to the early part of next week. Before we get on out of here, we kind of want to leave you with this note as well. We were talking a few weeks ago about this being the hottest start to an August on record. The first half of the month of August was by far the hottest first half of August on record here in Denver. The recent cool stretch we've had has brought those temperatures down a fair bit, but it's still our fourth warmest August to date on record. We'll probably nudge back up into the number 2 or 3 spot based on what happens, a little depending on how hot we get today and tomorrow, but we'll probably nudge back up into that number 2 or number 3 spot later on in the week. So overall, I would say your top takeaways, no real storm concerns here in Denver for today and tomorrow. It's later in the week when we'll have more widespread storms. Temperatures near 90 degrees here in Denver. So a slight bit above average for this time of year. Our average high for today is 87. So we're talking about 88, 89. We're a degree or 2, maybe 3 above average for this time of year. That said, one thing to kind of take away as well is as you head on up into the mountains, that's where we could be dealing with more widespread showers and storms, not only today and tomorrow, but for the rest of the week. And also, of course, avoid the burn scars, especially the east troublesome burn scar, which for 3 straight days has had a storm over there. So it won't take much water to lead to flooding out there in Grand County, right to the west of Rocky Mountain National Park. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Meteorologist Greg Perez has an update coming up at 9 News at noon. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin's in at 4 and 5, and meteorologist Danielle Grant is in at 6, 9, and 10 tonight on the 9 News family of networks. Once again, meteorologist Chris Bianchi, thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus, and have a great rest of your Tuesday.